am vengeance, I am the night, and I am Michael Creates, and welcome to This Won't Last Long. I'm Batman, and I support him. Could do some lame ass thing like that. But yeah, so I actually have a plan for tonight's podcast episode. So firstly, like I do usually, I'm going to do a personal life, a quick update on my life, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty pop culture stuff. So first, I went to the Weezer concert last night. Holy shit! It was incredible, man. Laptop. Okay, now it's charging. Anyway. Man, it was fucking incredible. Some highlights. I'll probably make like a highlight video because I actually took a lot of recordings of like songs. And like a couple funny moments, so I'll probably make a highlight video. I don't even know what you would call that type of video, maybe like a vlog, I guess, but like the only vlogging type stuff would just be same like quality recordings of some songs that they played. So I don't know. Let me know if that's something you want to see. I'll probably make like a YouTube short after this about it or something, asking those guys about it. Because YouTube shorts tend to I guess get to more people, since I guess that's the only good thing about stuff like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, is because, sorry, just sidebar real quick, it's just because, yes, a lot of that stuff on YouTube Shorts and TikTok is such unnecessary information, and it just kind of, not to sound like an old man or some boomer or something, but like, it doesn't rot your brain necessarily, but it alters it. Like I've seen it with like my family and like friends and stuff, and people I know and love dearly. Like, it makes it sound so dramatic. Just not really a problem, but like it just lessens people's attention spans, and it's kind of it's shitty. Like it really is, and sometimes it affects me as well. Like I'm a victim to it as well. So like I get it. It's also just like, I don't know, it's like a 50-50 because it lessens people's attention spans, but then also, not to get on like a high horse of my stuff or anything, but like it shares like, I don't know, good film stuff and good important quotes from scenes of movies and shows and stuff. That are really important quotes in there, like good information about the world, like news. But that's only like, I wouldn't even call it half, like less than half of those kind of platforms. But those people that make that sort of stuff are doing a good thing, and like sharing that type of good information on the internet rather than like really unnecessary information and content that encourages that thing in your brain that kind of wants that constant buzz stuff in your feed. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And just the point of saying that with in relation to me and my personal stuff is just that like it helps promote my film stuff better. which in turn helps me get to more people and helps me um I guess have my stuff seen more, but now that sounds like ego and like selfishness right off the bat. It's not why I want to do this. I'm not going into this industry to have Michael Winter in lights on a building or have 1 billion subscribers. I don't even think it's possible, but 20 million subscribers, like I don't care. I don't. And yes, obviously the super ego part of my brain cares about that sort of shit, but like majority of me doesn't. Like as I was saying, I don't care about like my name in lights or shit ton of subscribers or 1 million subscribers or whatever, likes, comments, shares. Like I don't care about any of that. I just want to get to that one kid, like, who sees something I make or have made and says and thinks to himself or themselves, hey, I want to do that, and I want to inspire people like he did, like he inspired me, like Michael inspired me. Just how Tarantino has gotten to me, just how Nolan has gotten to me, just how Spielberg has gotten to me, Jordan Peele, fucking Wes Anderson, Damien Chazelle, Russo brothers, Coen brothers, fucking Spider-Verse, oh my god, what the fuck is their names? Lord and Chris Miller, and Sam Raimi, and I could list a bunch of other directors, I'm sure, but those are just 10 of like my biggest inspirations when I'm going into this, and 10 people who have gotten to me, and especially like, and I know that these directors are all men, but that's for a reason, and it's because they've gotten to me in a like social climate where this is just basic knowledge, where as a man you can't really, it's not accepted, it's getting more and more over time, but like it's not accepted in the majority that you can really just show your emotions so vulnerably. And for these male directors to not only show their emotions through their art, but show them to the point of such vulnerability and such openness, like it's very special, and it's not like, you could argue that with film you can, specifically directors and writer-directors, which I'm going to try to become writer-director, you kind of have to, like, it's argued that you are able to hide behind your art, but that's a choice. And the people I listed, and many more directors, male and women, male and female, whoever, there's so many inspirations director wise, but 10 people that listed, and many more, show their emotions without shame, without like without embarrassment, without without anger or embarrassment or shame or like negativity. They show them through a positive lens, and that's beautiful to me, man. And I want to add to that a list of directors or directors who have done that with their creations and films and short films and things. I want to add to that list of people who inspire not only with just good filmmaking, but also just being good people and inspiring that emotion and just that concept of wearing your heart on your sleeve. Because yes, wearing your heart on your sleeve allows you to hurt more in life, but it allows you to also in terms of art, in this medium as well, specifically film, to express those very open emotions that are on your sleeve with your heart. Yeah. Sorry, I tend to go on very tangents, but hope you enjoyed that bit. What was I saying, man? I was talking about Weezer, right? Talking about Weezer, holy shit. How did I get to that from Weezer? Wow, okay. Anyway, more bits about that is that, I learned more about, my friend that I went with. Won't talk about that though, but like, yeah, got to know her so much more through just a night. It was very interesting. Very eye-opening, not at all in a bad way. Very positive way, actually, but anyway. And then a lot of the moments I'll save for like the vlog that I'll make, compilation, whatever you want to call it, video, just call it a video. Yeah, the opening act was like 2 hours, I swear to God, because the doors opened, like for the Budweiser stage and everything, at 6. Granted, that's fair because like people wanted, it's a long concert, like people want to get comfortable, ease in, and know that they're gonna sit here for like, say you got there at 6:30, like 5 hours, because it ended like around 11:30ish, close to 11:30, and you know what I mean. Yeah, and then like, so two of the two bands who were the opening act for Weezer, I've never heard of before, but there was Joyce Manners, I think, Banners, Joyce, either Manners or Banners, I don't know, I'm just gonna call it Manners, and Joyce Manners, and then that was for like, we weren't there at 6, we got there like 6:45, we got in the grass. So it's not like we, could know if there was a band playing for that first like half an hour, but like music playing or whatever. But there was Joyce Manners played for like, I want to say, hour and a half, maybe. Probably more before we got there. And then there was Future Islands, they were called. I laughed because they were like, still to this day, and I don't think I will ever know what country these guys are from, because I could not understand a word they were saying. They were white, not that, but they were white men, not that that matters, because language and I don't even know why I said that. Anyway, not even relevant. But yeah, they were like not even speaking English. And the guy was like the front man and like the lead singer was like really passionate, like rolling on the floor, growling and like screaming, really aggressive. Like, granted, they're a metal band, just not an understandable one. So it was a little off-putting. But I mean, like, I respect his passion a lot, actually. Like, no, like, jokes aside. I wish I had a video for you guys, to show you guys on my Google Drive or something, but I haven't added anything yet. I just thought of the idea for making a video about it, like, when I started streaming this, so. But yeah, so they played for like, probably, yeah, another like hour and a half, I want to say. Yeah, because Weezer didn't come on the stage until like 9:15, I want to say. So, yeah. So like that's like close to a 3-hour opening act. What the hell? Only been to one concert before this, with Gorillaz. Granted, it wasn't a seated concert, or sorry, lawn concert. It was at like an inside. It was Rogers Center. Yeah, Rogers Center. Gorillaz. That was in October last year. So, and even then for Gorillaz, I think the dude's name, but he was some up and coming pop party pop artist, but anyway, at the time, but he went on for like, I want to say not even an hour and a half, like an hour maybe, and then Gorillaz came for like, and then played for like 3 hours. So I don't know, like, I get it because the sub caption for the concert on like Ticketmaster said Indie Rock Tour, or Indie Rock Road Trip. So like, granted, I mean, I didn't read everything about the concert. I'm sure there's more, maybe there's more that they said or clarified on posts or whatever, or somewhere, articles, whatever, clarifying that this wouldn't just be a Weezer concert. Like, you should say that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not that, like, it was very entertaining those first 2 hours. That's for fucking sure. So I'm not mad about it, but I'm just like very confused because I only been to one concert, but I don't think that's common for a like close to 3-hour opening act. If you want to clarify in the chat, please go ahead. But yeah, I've never heard of that. But yeah, and then Weezer came and played for like 2-ish hours, so that was nice. That was nice. What am I saying? Incredible, holy shit. The highlights were like Buddy Holly, that was close to the end. I think we actually got them to play Buddy Holly after the encore. The way they immediately like kind of went into playing it kind of made me think they were already like planning to do that. Like they were already planning if they did an encore, or if we did an encore kind of thing, which was smart of them, honestly. But yeah, so everybody lost their shit when they did Buddy Holly after the encore, and then everybody lost their shit with Sweater Song, because with Sweater Song they did, like, they stopped playing for a second, and then like everything like sound like cut off for a second, and we were like, everyone was like, what the fuck's going on? And then it was like all black, and then the blue came on, and we were like, oh shit, something from the Blue album was coming on. And then they started playing the Sweater Song, and everybody lost their minds, dude. And then, of course, Say It Ain't So. Fucking. But yeah, like, everybody, like, even with Buddy Holly, with how am I blanking on the riff? Oh my god. The Buddy Holly riff. Like, everybody knew it was coming, Weezer knew it was coming. They, like, paused, like, a quick second. Everybody was like, oh shit, you know. And then they did the riff, and then they continued the song, and everybody screamed. It was so dope. And then I think that was all the highlights of the night in general. I mean, I was pretty proud of myself for navigating Toronto. Because, yeah, I mean, my friend and her friend were like kind of new with like Google Maps and stuff, and like I had a plan already set, but like in terms of my memory and my like directional stuff, we got there like to the venue from, because I can't say her name, from Jordan's Google Map stuff, but then going home to the station, they didn't know really how to get back to the station, so I kind of had to like switch on my memory and be like, oh shit, where were we? What did we pass last time? Like, and then I got us to the station. So I'm pretty confident in being able to live here. Granted, that was just one, experience, and it was a concert. It wasn't like, going out to dinner. And like it was a very people-y thing of other people going to where we were going. Like it's not that impressive. It's just a good sign of me being able to live here next year in the fall with York and stuff. So good sign. And then sidebar with good signs. Speaking of good signs, I lost my first 2 pounds on my weight loss journey, because with the antidepressants that I used to be on, I'm no longer medicated on antidepressants. There you go. So that's good. Very happy about that. I feel like I was already myself. I was always myself. Like I feel more like myself. And now I'm only on ADHD stuff, which is good. That helps with eating stuff. So it was like the opposite. Because the antidepressants were not helping with the eating, and one of the side effects was more of an appetite and weight gain. And the opposite side effects of the ADHD meds, which would be weight loss, like loss of my appetite. So yeah. So I was 186 pounds. Now I'm 184. Not much, but it's a very good sign. Doing something right. My exercise, my diet, my routines, and whatever. So, yay. Hopefully that, you know, lessons during the last, I mean, granted, there isn't that much of the summer isn't a long time. It's like, what, less than 2 months away that I go up to York, so I won't have an incredible amount of time, but I have enough, I think, to lose a bit more. I'm not gonna set some goal because I don't want to be disappointed in myself if I don't get it, so I'll just see and go with the flow and go with what I'm doing, or what I'm doing right, and see how much I lose. But my friend Jordan made a good point last night about it, because I was telling her about it as well. He was saying, like, don't make it just about the weight loss part, but like make it also about like a relationship with food and your body and your body image and stuff like that, which I agree with. It was actually a very good point that she made with that. But yeah, so that's some stuff with that. Nothing much else to say about that. But yeah, very proud of myself for that. Also burned a shit ton of calories yesterday because I ran to the bus station, kind of back to Weiser, and train station to catch the train to get to Toronto. So it was a 45-minute walk. It said on Google Maps. I ran there in 35 minutes. Yeah, well, like, for a little bit there, like a little bit of the first leg of the walk, I was like, okay, it's fine, I'll be on time. And then when I think it was about like halfway, that I realized like, oh shit, I need to run. And I like just train station. I think fuck we were on time, but yeah. And then like obviously walking and standing a lot of the time, being in fucking a heat warning. Granted, I wore like a tank top and shorts. Like I wasn't. I was fine. Yeah, I apparently burned like 3,000 calories, which I think was because I stayed up the night before doing a lot of like editing and stuff, which I'll get to. So that went really late, so I didn't wake up yesterday until like 1 p.m. I know it's embarrassing, but since that was the case, I only ate a little, like a brunch, whatever. Like a not a little one, I would say like a decent sized one, and then like the next time I had anything was I had like a Coke at it was like a hot dog stand in front of where we needed to go, in front of the venue, right before you got in. So, right before you got in through the gates to go to the venue. So, because it was in front of the GoFo place, Ontario place. Anyway, I did want a hot dog, but it was a little early and I wasn't like hungry. Like I knew if I got a hot dog then, and I would be like hungry later that night, so I just figured I would wait to get actual food. So yeah, I guess something like waited like 4 hours to get a Coke, and then waited like an hour and a bit to eat a hot dog that I got in the actual venue. So. And then I was still hungry a bit later, so like an hour a bit later, and that's when Future Islands was playing. I got some fries and a lemonade. And the waters were very big, Can't speak. Thank fuck for that. $7 water. Maybe not worth it, but you know what? I would have passed out without it, so thank you, Budweiser stage, for the 1 liter water. Drank 2 of those, and a Coke, and a lemonade. It was a great. You could guess that based off of that, it was a very boiling ass day yesterday. But we made it, and obviously when it became nighttime, the breeze came, and nighttime makes it cooler, so that was very nice. But yeah. Walking back to the station, all that, yeah, it literally said 2,984 calories burned, so shit. So like, I would think, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I would think all that I ate yesterday was like close to 3,000 calories. I mean, yeah, if I just keep at that some days and stuff, and I'll get there. I don't think there was anything else with Weezer. I think I'll keep all the actual like moments to the video to talk about and stuff, because I just know with my dog looked like she was fucking seizing up just there. She was just nuzzling in her bed. Anyway, because I just know with my mind and like YouTube and stuff and making stuff that if I like talk about all the stuff I want to talk about during the vlog or whatever, or whatever you want to call it, that I'll just want to make the video now and I will be distracted. So ADHD go burger. But yeah, so that's it with I don't know, there is less thing I want to talk about, personal life, and then I'll get other stuff. The interview, the project I'm working on. If you don't know, I am working on, I don't know exactly what you would call it. I would just call it a project. But the interview, I'm calling it, is a mix between the terrifying concepts of Truman Show, if you've seen that, with Jim Carrey, 1998, mistaken. Movie, it's a great movie, Jim Carrey, great movie. If you don't know the premise of the movie, basically, Truman, Jim Carrey's character, his whole life has been broadcast, his whole life, even, like, the city he lives in is a bubble of a set, even up to the water and like the clouds in the sky, and the grass on the ground, like everything is fake and set. And his mom and his dad are actors, like they killed off his dad, but really didn't kill him off, they just fired him. Because his dad wanted to, I guess the actor for the dad got too close to Truman and wanted to actually be his dad, so he tried to tell Truman the truth of his life being broadcast, and then they fired him off set. Really, Truman thought his dad died in this boat accident, but really he's been alive the whole time. And so that's fucked up. His wife is an actor, his best friend is an actor, his brother, his teachers, is like everything. Everyone's an actor, everything's a set. I'm kind of I'm mixing that as well as the humorous nature of Markiplier's choose your own adventure stuff. So like Heist with Markiplier, Date with Markiplier, In Space, Markiplier, what was the other one? Who Killed Markiplier? All those ones, and mixing the fear and the terrifying concepts of the Truman Show. So, goofy with Markiplier stuff and terrifying with Truman Show stuff. Goofy and terrifying melded together in a choose your own adventure style horror-esque thing. Basically, my character, the main character, Markiplier-esque, is an exaggerated version of myself. Basically, in a world where, like I was saying before, I'm foreshadowing in podcast. Stupid. As I was saying before, like, basically a version of me in a world where I do care about the numbers and the subscribers and the fame, and so basically a version of me who gives a shit about that stuff and lets the fame take over him. So already that's kind of a dark concept, and then I kind of expand on that, and his ego was explored. One of my friends generated a good idea for his name actually today. Rather than just Michael, like my name, maybe he could be named Mr. Winter. So kind of like a douchey like Mr. Winter. He thinks he's all that, but also like he gives off. Besides that douchey thing, it also gives off like suspicion and like, well, who's Mr. Winter? Like it gives off both humor and so. Let me know what you guys think about that. Again, I'll make a YouTube short about that later, I'm sure. In the YouTube shorts while I'm at this. But yeah, Mr. Winter. And then his ego is explored. Kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Basically, what sets him off is that he has to watch The Truman Show for university classes. I originally put like a high school class or something. The original line was like, for class tomorrow. But then I changed the line to say tomorrow's lecture because that felt more like a more older, like an older character and like a more mature, on the surface at least, character who is not a high school student. I guess I'm not anymore, but like at the time of writing the screenplay, I was. I wrote that a long time ago, and then so I just put tomorrow's lecture, and then so Mr. Winter has to watch Truman Show for a lecture for university the next day, and then after watching the movie, or like during the watching of the movie, like kind of starts to like kind of doubt what's real and what's not in his life, and he kind of starts to believe the concept of the movie, what's real and what's not, and he kind of has a sense of clarity, but also insanity, kind of a switch flip, because he try not to reveal anything too much. If you've seen the promotional material that I've made so far, you would see that red has been used a lot. That's because Mr. Winter uses this red light in one of the rooms over the main floor here, as kind of a tether to reality because of a la Inception. If you've seen Inception, you would remember that. What's his name? I forget the main character's name, but Leonardo DiCaprio's character's name. Leonardo DiCaprio's character. There you go. Has like a dreidel as his tether in like Dream World and stuff. This isn't Dream World, that's why it's not the same thing. It's different because with the red light, it's kind of, Mr. Winter looks at it, he's like, okay, I'm still I still control what I'm doing here, it's still my life. Like he kind of knows, it's kind of not to set him off on that path of like insanity, but because he kind of starts to believe, and because like a part of him already kind of believes it's all fake, like the Truman Show, like the movie you just watched, a part of him already has that sense of, oh shit, I can do whatever I want. It's really my life. It's just being broadcast, it's not real. None of this is real. He kind of has that sense of like clarity almost. Not a normal one, granted. He kind of has that sense of like ego, where he thinks he can do whatever just because he doesn't think it's real, and when he doesn't know that for sure. So I'll have you guess what that belief makes him do, but yeah. So there's 9 videos, and there's the intro video, and there's 3 pathways, and there's some pathways off of that, and there's pathways off of 2 of those pathways. Trying to think my information is correct. I made this stuff a little bit ago. My phone is charging in the corner, so I can't check. I took a photo of it, of like my storyboards and like my map of it. Okay, so let me think for a second. Intro video, and those pathways. That's 6. Because one of the pathways off of the first video, the intro video, has 2 endings. That's already 2 endings. And then pathway off to the left has 2 pathways. So that's 8, and then all those 8 videos lead to 1 main ending. Yeah. Or I guess you would say 6 videos, because not counting the 2 endings, but like if you think about how the viewer would watch it, like if you get those 2 non-main endings, you'd be like, oh, I want to know what the main ending is. Like, it's just naturally you would want to know what the main ending is anyway, whichever way you go. So yeah, that's how it's planned out. So 6 pathways, 3 endings. Who will live? Who will die? Who knows? will stay sane, who won't. I'm thinking of how cool that's gonna be for like a caption on like promotional stuff. Yeah. Because I gotta make a trailer soon, because like it's coming up to that time where I should have an official trailer. So the teaser trailer was like March, and then I made an in production thing, which I'll show you in a second to close off this segment. But yeah, so like, and then the in production teaser I made not last week, Monday. Because Monday is when me and my good friend Liam, that's when me and him filmed the first page of the interview, so that's awesome. We got that done, and I worked really hard to make sure it looked good today and edit the little that we managed to film and get done on Monday. So that's all edited, because as I was talking about last time, I think I did talk about last episode, I was kind of saying that based on how long the summer is, sorry about that, ADHD Cooper. I kind of I don't really have time to have this whole 2 to 3 week shoot and then spend however long, probably the same amount of time, if not longer, like very close to when I want it to be done, before university. Like, that just won't work. So basically what I'm doing, I found a solution for it, since I would only be able to film with my friends, mainly Liam, I would think, but hopefully Cam as well. Anyway, you'll meet both of them when the behind the scenes releases, actually. Anyway, so since I can only film with them in terms of like kind of how I thought about my schedule this summer, like only like twice a week at the most, to film, that's only like, I thought of like how many videos there are and stuff. That's like I said, like 3 weeks-ish. A month at like the very, very most. I hope not. Like 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. So basically I work those other 2 days, or like the days after we film, the rest of that week, to edit what we filmed in those 1 or 2 days, and then so on and so forth until we're done filming everything. And then once we're done filming everything, that kind of gives me that time to edit everything and make sure everything's as good as it can be. And then if worst comes to worst, we have that time to do reshoots quickly, and then and then I would like re-edit accordingly quickly as well. So I hope reshoots don't have to happen, but if they do, then they do, and we have that time for it. So me and my friends. So yeah, very happy about how it's gone so far. Wish me and Liam filmed more on Monday, but I hope the plan is, because I work Friday and Saturday this weekend, so plan is that at 5 p.m. So I hope my hope is that I can like wake up a little bit earlier do like the other stuff that I wanted to do during the day, other than filming, workout, shower, laundry, all that stuff, in the morning, and then have him come over early afternoon, film what was left of the intro video, and then I go to work, and then there you go, and then that's all, and then that time is made up for Monday. So yeah, hopefully that works out. But if not, then we still have that time. So, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's it. And then of course, like I said last time, I was skating, playing guitar, learning to skate and learning to be good on guitar. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for learning to be good with skating and learning to be good with electric guitar. Will be worked on the other days of the week as well. Okay, we back. As I was saying, I think that was about it. The last bit was just I don't know, it was okay. I just want to see something cool to end this personal life bit off. Here you go, guys. Short and sweet. Oh yeah, and how have I forgotten? Kind of segueing into my personal life to the next bit, which is movie and show, kind of like everything I've watched, kind of a review thing. Demon Slayer, man. I haven't been obsessed with the show, but I have been craving, like, I don't know why it was so important to me, but like my first anime, and only anime I've watched up until this point, before Demon Slayer, was, Demon Slayer and JoJo was Cowboy Bebop, which a lot of people told me, a lot of opinions, a lot of like second and third and 10th and whatever opinions were saying that it was one of, if not the best anime to start with to get into watching animes. So after that, after hearing that from basically everyone, I was like, okay, oh shit, I need to find like something maybe not better. I don't think it can get better than Bebop, in my opinion. And maybe that will change as I watch more anime. Who knows? But I'll also just ask a bunch of people who said that Cowboy Bebop was the best ones. Anyway, so that's the point. I knew I needed to find something not better, but on par or incredible compared to Bebop as the second anime I have ever watched. So with my friend group, it wasn't really peer pressure, it was just me wanting to know what the references they were referring to, and like stuff they were talking about all the time. So I was like, okay, fine. I will watch Demon Slayer, know what you guys are talking about. And then, holy shit. I watched the first episode. And then also with Bebop, first of all, it was my first anime, so I felt like I needed to get that English dub experience at least once, in at least once. But also, it was because Steve Blum was like, I kind of had to, come on. Steve Blum. It's Steve Blum. Amazing voice actor. I had to. Anyway, so with the second anime, I knew I not needed but should have just English subtitles on and hear it for the Japanese voice actors in their incredible work, in their original work, with Japanese voice actors rather than the English ones. So, there was already, I watched the first episode just to kind of test the waters and see what I was getting into. I was also very busy doing stuff that night, university stuff at that time, so one episode was all I could really watch at the time. So first episode thoughts, I already really liked it. I already loved the concept. I already loved the dark, optimistic tone that they were setting for season 1. And then just and then the first episode I was like, okay, I'll wait a bit. I'm not really busy anymore to kind of really get into the show and watch some more. And then I think I watched the next 2 or 3, maybe 4. And I was like, okay, this is really good. Because then it was I was telling Liam this the other day, I think on Monday, but holy shit. The trope of, I don't care how many times Hollywood will do this, Hollywood has done this, I don't care how many times filmmakers do this, have done this, I don't care how many times I will do this as a filmmaker going into this industry. This trope of mentor and mentee, student and the master, father figure and son figure, or just parent figure and child figure. I don't care how many times it's done, I fall for it every time. Yes, it can be executed to a point where it's not effective. But with it's very hard to fuck up that trope. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll get humbled when I try to execute my version of that trope. When I make something with a child figure and a parent figure in one of my movies. I don't know. Or shows, but I don't know. Anyway. Based off the stuff I've seen in my experience, it's very hard to fuck up that trope of parent figure and child figure, and it was done in such a way, 20-ish minutes per episode with a show like this and that kind of structure, you would think like that it would just be action, action, action. But no, like they really fleshed out the characters. Urokodaki and Tanjiro and Nezuko. Or they started to flesh out Nezuko. Fully fleshed out Urokodaki in that kind of section of the first season. That first section of the first season of him training Tanjiro. And I mean, when it really hit me that this show has so much heart, and like kind of like a healthy reminder of what I need to include in the stuff I make, like the heart and the pure like love, and the passion and the really just the heart of and the care for life and just humans. Yeah, just kindness, general theme of the show. Like when that all really hit me is episode, I think it was 5, when Tanjiro, spoilers by the way, for like, I've only watched the first 2 seasons, so or first 2 arcs rather, because I watched the Unwavering Resolve of Tanjiro arc first season, and then I watched Mugen Train last night. I'll get to that. It was originally a movie, rather than a episodic season 2, so I count it as just Mugen Train. And I'll consider season 3 season 2. That's just me. It makes sense in my head. Yeah. So with I think it was episode 5 of that first season. But yeah, spoilers for all I've watched so far too. So like it was really good and like really humorous and really entertaining and stuff with the first 4 episodes where he was like getting trained and stuff. You kind of saw that heart a little bit of the show and like message and stuff, but you didn't really see it starting to take place until episode 5 when Shell's just thinking about it, when Tanjiro killed the bloated, like one of the oldest demons ever to live. The Urokodaki's former students tried to kill every time and failed every time because it was just so big, it was just so intimidating, and this morphed demon always, every time, manipulated the students to his advantage to use that emotion of former students being killed and using Urokodaki, one each student cares about, kind of talking about him and insulting him and all that kind of all those kind of negative emotions, setting each of the students off to kind of not use total concentration and breathing and not fully focus and not fully be in the right mind and be in the right demon slayer and a mindset and kind of be off course and then get killed in battle. And Tanjiro was almost there. He was almost gonna fuck up, and then each of the students were cheering him on from the fucking grave, and then Urokodaki sensed that and started bawling. And he saw Urokodaki bawling his eyes out from his mask. And up until this point, with the first 4 episodes, 4 or 5 episodes, you saw Urokodaki as this emotionless, like, kind of dick, to be honest. Obviously, you saw little bits of, like, how he cares about each of his students and, like, Tanjiro and Nezuko and stuff, but, like, you didn't really see him as much else. You didn't really see him as much else rather than just, like, oh, he's the guy who trains Tanjiro. No, he really cares about his students, because for him to sense that, and sense that trauma of Urokodaki's, that trauma of each of the students, that burden that those spirits of his past students have carried, that Urokodaki has carried all of his life, all of his mentor kind of career, is dead, is finally gone and rid of. And he sensed that has happened. And then he starts bawling inside him. And because of that realization. And then I'm like, oh my god. Like, I literally said that out loud. And then I started crying. Because Urokodaki was crying. Because he's, up until this point, like I said, he was just an emotionless, like, emotionally absent mentor who seemingly didn't really care about anything else but training. Didn't really care about Tanjiro's well-being, or, like, just didn't really care about anyone past them being warriors, rather than, like, actual people. It didn't really seem like he cared about anyone as actual people, rather than past their warriors and stuff like that. But then when you see him cry, you realize, you see his heart, and you see Urokodaki's strength in being vulnerable, and how important that is to have. And then he comes back, and he sees that Nezuko has woken up, and he didn't know if she would wake up, because at this point we didn't know, the characters didn't know, I didn't know, that she was sleeping instead of consuming human blood. That's kind of her evolution to be a demon slayer. But yeah. So when we all realized that, when we saw that, and when we saw them hug, and when we saw her awake, we cried more, and I was like, shit. And then you saw them go off and start doing their own missions. You saw him fucking meet Inosuke and Zenitsu. Then later, closer to the end of the season, of course, there was the 9 Hashira that he met. Those last 2 episodes. Yeah, man. Nothing really else to say about season 1, but, like, just that message of kindness is such a constant and important message to say in media. It's so important. Tanjiro, Steven Universe, Finn, fucking Shrek, fucking, like, so many animated characters have this. Spider-Man, which Spectacular Spider-Man I'll get to. And like watching season 1, it made me tear up every time a demon in their kind of final moments dusting away from their head being cut off, Tanjiro ending them, would kind of reflect and have a sense of respect for Tanjiro, for his kindness, for his heart, for his compassion, for life. And even in the end, even how evil and corrupted these demons are, Tanjiro respects them. Tanjiro admires them to the sense of these are formidable enemies, and these used to be humans, just like me, and they deserve an honorable death for what's been done to them by Muzan. And yeah, I mean, one of the best moments of that was kind of that short arc in season 1 with the spider demons, the spider demon family. When he killed the sister, he said, fuck, chills thinking about it. She said such kind eyes in her final moments that those were her last words. Looking at Tanjiro is the last thing she sees. And she says, such kind eyes. And realizing that she's not mad about dying, she's not afraid of dying. She knows she deserves it for what she's been forced to do. But she knows that Tanjiro knows, and she knows that with that kind heart of his, he knows that she's going to a good place, a good afterlife, and from seeing that in his eyes, she knows that as well. So she has a peaceful kind of last moments, realizing that no matter what she's done, this boy who was lost it all, saw kindness and doubt and somehow heart in a demonic soul who's been so corrupted to the point of wanting death by just being in this family, but harming others, and then even helping to harm his sister. And after all of that, Tanjiro sees kindness in this demon. And then she's like, well, if he sees kindness in me, then I can die peacefully. Because she was so angry create herself for what she's done. And for him to see kindness in her, that hit me. Because it just relates to real life of like, no matter who you've lost or who you don't have, there's someone out there who sees that kindness and sees that heart in you. No matter how buried deep it is, they're in all of us as humans. It's just a fact. Yeah. And of course the setup for Mugen Train was fucking awesome. I'll get into that. Meeting the Nine Hashira was awesome, especially because with me and my friend group, there's 5 of us, there's not 9 of us, so like, you can't be every single one of them, but me and my friend group is, oh my lord, me and my friend group do this a lot where we kind of put each other into these boxes of like characters, and like who we are in character forms, like certain shows and movies and stuff. With Demon Slayer, since we all kind of, they knew I was gonna eventually watch it, I knew I was gonna eventually watch it, so like, we all, at the time, were, or are gonna be, or are a fan of Demon Slayer, so like, if we all of the show, we should know what characters we are. We took a quiz, and then also just talked about it, like, make sure we are who we know who we are. I'm Guillaume, with that kindness and that, like, passion and stuff. I like to think I'm a mix of Tanjiro and Guillaume, but like if we're talking about just the Hashira, I'm definitely just Guillaume, because that's kindness personified, to be honest, with the Hashira. And then Liam is Rengoku. Yam is Gyu. Rex is Mitsuri, and I forget who Meg is. I think it was the Wind Hashira. I forget his name. The Wind or Mist Hashira, I forget. It was either Wind, Mist, or Stone. It was like the guy with the black hair. Anyway. Well, that's who we all are. And it was very cool to meet all of us, pretty much. Like all my friends. It was like, oh shit, that's Liam, that's Cam, that's me. And yeah, it was very cool. And then season 2. And then Mugen. Oh my lord. I am still not okay. I mean, I watched it last night, but man. I'm getting emotional just thinking about that movie. Like, I wish we got to spend more time with Rengoku before he got killed at the end. Maybe he has more backstory in the movie version. I'll probably watch it, to be honest, and let me know if you guys want to see a reaction to that. That might be a nightmare to avoid copyright, so maybe not. Anyway, yeah, just his love for life, his love for people, for the world. His response to demons Because Rengoku doesn't immediately attack. He like greets them, he talks to them, he kind of gets. He doesn't first get under their skin, but he kind of like argues with them, debates with them, kind of sees what their values are, and kind of sees what their true nature is before he attacks and before he ends the demon's life. He kind of sees who is deep under the demon. And obviously that came to a head when Akaza, aka upper level, the first upper level 3 demon that we've encountered so far. The first upper level demon we've encountered so far. Showed up, aka Akaza. So that kind of chit chat of like getting to know the demon with Rengoku and stuff came to a head when all Akaza wanted to do was fight. And so it backfired. Because there was no soul. There was no person heading deep under the demon with Akaza. There was no kindness, there was no heart. There was only the fight for Akaza. And so Rengoku's heart backfired upon him and he got killed because he was holding back at first. Because he still thought there was someone in there. And he was wrong. For maybe the first time in his life. Maybe the first time as his time as a Hashira. But either way, got to the, I'll probably just recite fucking Tanjiro's thing at this point, but like, got to the very end, and even though Akaza ran away, Rengoku won, because everyone on that train lived to see the day. And like his mom says in Rengoku's dream, I don't know if it was still Rengoku's dream, but I think it was like just a flashback, I think. But let me actually see if I have it in my quotes. I don't know if I do. Let me just search up the quote actually, because I don't want to butcher it. Mugen Train, Rengoku, quote. Basically, she starts off in the flashback by saying that Rengoku was a little child in this flashback, and she asks him why he thinks, if he knows why he was born stronger than most. And he says, I don't know. And then she says, so we can save weaker people. She also says that there is the obligation to something along the lines of there's an obligation to use that strength to save those less fortunate. And basically, more chills thinking about it, man. Rengoku had, with great power, must also come great responsibility. And just knowing that, I mean, nothing ever in the history of media will beat with great power that comes great responsibility. But his mom saying that same message, no matter how it's worded, it's not the words of that quote that matter. With great power, there must also come great responsibility. It's the message of it. It's great power, aka great strength, relating to Demon Slayer now. Great power, his great strength, his resolve, his compassion, his heart. There must also come great responsibility. His obligation to save those less fortunate, him being a Hashira, him being a Demon Slayer. Him telling his brother to follow his heart and set his heart ablaze. Basically him telling his younger self, because Sanjuro, Rengoku's younger brother, is basically a younger version of Rengoku. Not literally, but like, you can tell that they're basically the same person. Personality, emotional, mental wise. And that he'll grow up to be like him, to be like Rengoku. And yeah, man, like him willing to take in Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro as his apprentices, like, that was his great responsibility. And it's also worded in another way after he is pretty much down for the count. Like, at this point he had his eye, like a smashed eye, and like internal organs are gonna fail, broken ribs and all that. And then he said, "I will have my duty fulfilled." And that was pretty much the second half of it, saying, "This is my great responsibility." Like, yeah. And he uses that great responsibility, man. And he saves everyone, and he humbles Akaza. Doesn't kill him. He humbles him, and Tanjiro finishes that, and Tanjiro gets in the last fucking word, and I got chills when he said it. And then Rengoku smiles and realizes that even though he's dying, right then at that moment, Rengoku realizes, oh, well, this is okay, because this kid will live, because I will live on in this child. I will live on in Tanjiro, because Rengoku's point in this whole story is that is the whole thing that his mom said of saving those less fortunate. And for Rengoku, it was his mom. That every time he saves someone from a demon, it's like he's saving his mom, even though he couldn't when she died. And for Tanjiro, it's family that was slaughtered by the demon and by Muzan. So because everyone that they save, a little bit of them goes into those people that they save. A little bit of that hope, a little bit of that great power goes into them. And then people that they save will use that great power that has been instilled into them by these heroes that they look up to, and to fulfill a great responsibility. It's incredibly important, and it's a shame Spectacular Spider-Man was cancelled when it did, because that show, Josh Keaton, it's one of the best representations of Spider-Man in that message, with great power comes great responsibility, I ever seen. I mean, come on, man, just watch the scene from the third episode. The third episode, they had one of the most important quotes ever in the history of anything, movies or shows or anything, in the third episode of the show, bro. Like, how do you... And of course, if you don't know the quote, it's I'm not gonna do the voice fully, just because I don't really care. I just want to get the message across. It was the it's all just fuck, hold on. It's all just a twist of fate. Bad luck, a random bug bite. You know, being Spider-Man would mean a hard 9 p.m. curfew. Friends will all think I'm scum. Messed up hand. Friends will all think I'm scum. It was all just a twist of fate. Bad luck, a random bug bite. Easiest decision I ever made. And then he flips a picture of Uncle Ben. Picture of Uncle Ben and realizes what he needs to do. And he realizes the message. And he says, "But I saved him. Spider-Man has no magic wand, but thanks to the webhead, Kurt's cured. Billy gets his father back." Who cares if nobody threw a parade? Spidey stays because Spidey's needed. For now, anyway. And that quote is one of the most important messages ever. Spider-Man, and more importantly, that message, has taught me more about life than I could ever hope to learn in life itself. And it's all thanks to Stan Lee for creating this character. And that whole message was expertly portrayed in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Even in his whole 30-second, his whole 45 seconds, not even of screen time, with his cameo with Josh Keaton's Spectacular Spider-Man. He gets that message across again, bro, in 45 seconds of screen time, because there's a projection of him holding Captain Stacy and saying, "I'm so sorry," and realizing that this is just my own speculation now, because none of this was said, but like him realizing with his great power he failed to save somebody, and it was a humble reminder of what the burden of Spider-Man means, what the mantle of this being this hero means for him, for Peter. Because in the show, I mean, he only lost Uncle Ben before. Granted, it isn't easy, but like, compared to other Spider-Men, he's lost considerably less. Only losing Uncle Ben, and losing Uncle Stacy hardens Spectacular's Peter. Hardens him to his core. He realizes no matter how many people I lose, no matter how many people he loses, he needs to be Spider-Man. Because it keeps the memory of the people that he loses alive. It keeps those people alive. It makes them heroes that live on in Peter. Makes them Spider-Man in their own right. And like showing that whole scene of like showing how it happens in every universe. Captain Stacy dies, and that whole lesson and hardening with Peter happens, like I just said. Like, it's giving me chills right now, and gave me chills in the theaters, because it like puts forth what it really means to be Spider-Man and what it means to be a hero in general. No matter if smile at someone or say hi to someone or make someone's day. If you're like Spider-Man, like, it really shows what it means to be like Spider-Man in terms of like that happening in every universe, and just Spider-Man and it existing in every universe. Shows how everybody is a hero, and how every universe has at least someone to look up to, and to be inspired to not let their trauma define them. Everybody has that role model, and they gave me chills realizing, like, it was like a slight joke, like, but I think it was an interview with Phil Lord and Chris Miller that they were saying that our universe in Marvel is like, I forget the specific thing, but it was like Earth 33 or like Earth whatever, but like basically our Earth is canon in the Marvel universe or whatever. I don't think that maybe I'm wrong, maybe that was an interview with Phil Lord and Chris Miller, but I heard it somewhere, but basically, we still have Spider-Man. Spider-Man is still in every universe, even ours. Even when he's not physically here. But he is real. Because the message is real. Because no matter how cheesy it sounds, I don't care. We all are Spider-Man. In our own way. Yeah, we're in the one universe where no one got bit, but our hearts have that Spider-Man in us. Our hearts have that radioactive spider blood. Our hearts got bit. On our bodies, we didn't get abs, we can't flip through buildings, we can't swing through walls and climb on walls. It doesn't matter. We can inspire hope. We have that great power to inspire hope and that great responsibility to lend that hope to as many people as we can, that more people can continue the cycle. And that's the message of Spider-Man, and that was perfectly, and has always, since the first movie, always been perfectly portrayed in the Spider-Verse movies. And that's why Miles is my favorite Spider-Man, because yes, there's No Way Home as an example, but no other really Spider-Man thing has shown that even if every Peter in existence lost Uncle Ben, it doesn't matter to Miles, because he's not Peter. He doesn't have to lose his dad. Spider-Man doesn't have to suffer. As long as he doesn't make the next kid suffer. As long as he doesn't let the next Miles Morales, the next Peter Parker, the next Gwen, the next whoever suffer. Because Spider-Man only has to lose one person to realize that. He doesn't have to lose his dad. He doesn't have to lose 5 people in 1 week. He doesn't have to lose all of his family. He just had to lose Uncle Ben, his Uncle Ben, to realize that. To fully realize that. He was trying. He was gripping at the Spider-Man who came before, for that first half of the movie, before Uncle Aaron died. After Uncle Aaron died, he realizes, I have to be Spider-Man. I can't let this happen to someone else. Every uncle I save, every kid I save, that's one more person who still has their family, who still has their uncle, who still has their Uncle Aaron, their Uncle Ben. No, Spider-Man doesn't have to constantly suffer. He has to suffer once and realize that message, and then continue relaying it. That's who Spider-Man is. And Miguel doesn't realize that. None of the people on the Spider Society realize that. And unfortunately, a lot of the Spider people on the Society are vulnerable to Miguel and the leaders of the Spider Society, who kind of act on that vulnerability. And I mean, specifically with spectacular Josh Keaton Spider-Man, I mean, he's vulnerable like high school almost senior Like like he's gonna be vulnerable to. He's gonna side with Miguel again. Like because if he can see that, oh, my trauma doesn't have to go in vain. These deaths don't have to go in vain. And oh, this doesn't just happen to me. Like, of course he would side with Miguel. And yes, I'm taking what Josh Keaton said, but about it, like on one of his live streams. But like, I agree with him. Of course he would side with Miguel because he sees no other way to heal. Because he only sees that he has to suffer. And barely any spider person sees that, besides Miles. Barely anyone else. All the Spider-Men think they can do both. Every other Spider-Man disagrees with them and makes them think they can't. Something in them makes them think they can't do both. They can't save everyone. And yes, yeah, that's real. They can't save everyone. But for every person that every spider person doesn't save, they will be saved with the next person they save. Because as I said, that's the whole point of fighting. Because every person Spidey saves keeps their Uncle Ben's memory in their mind and alive in their hearts. And it also keeps all of the deaths on their watch alive and well. Everyone that they haven't saved and been there for stays alive. All of their memories. For every person that they save. For every person that they haven't saved. That they're saved. With every person that they continue to save. And that's that's what they expressed in this movie, and it was beautiful. And then at the end, when Miles goes to the Earth 42 and that whole cliffhanger, the thing that the takeaway from that I took from that was not just the cool, oh, that was a dope cliffhanger, but also Miles sees that every world, even where Spider-Man doesn't exist, needs that message, like I was saying. Because the power of Spider-Man isn't the webs, or even the super strength, or the whips, or anything. It's the hope. It's this traumatized kid this traumatized soul who keeps getting up and soldiers on anyway, and that's why he's so popular, and that's why he's so important, and that's what every world needs. Miles sees that in Earth 42, literally, with all the crime and buildings burning around him. He sees, no, this world doesn't need me, it needs hope. It needs what I represent. It needs what the Spider Society is supposed to represent. That's why he's the best Spider-Man. because he sees that and no one else. It takes a while for any other Spider-Man to realize it. And Gwen, I watched a video by, I don't know if you guys know him, but Troy Oboyo, otherwise known as like Fanboy Reviews or Fanboy this, or he puts Fanboy in a lot of his thing. I respect it though, but one of his most recent videos was obviously about Across the Spider-Verse, and he was talking about how Spider-Man in general, of course there's a wider thing of just the superhero genre, but like specifically with this movie, Spider-Man, like the idea of Spider-Man is an allegory for queer people. I mean, the line just at the start of the movie with the like, would they love me if I told them? Would they accept me if I told them? And then at the end again, when he's telling Earth 42, Rio, his mom, you gotta promise to love me the same. And then when they're having that conversation, him and his mom on the rooftop, and he wants to tell her right then so bad, but he knows she wouldn't understand. He knows she wouldn't get it. She wouldn't understand what it's like to live being different like that. And it's incredibly important. And that all started when Stan Lee decided to make the first superhero with personal problems. Those personal problems modernized with the times, modernized with problems we all my age relate to now, and especially with the creation of Miles and Gwen, who, come on, is trans. It's pretty fucking obvious. Her suit is pink and blue. She has a Protect Trans Kids flag in her room. Her whole universe is pretty much pink and blue. Her, the watercolor effects when she feels love or positivity are pink and blue. Come on. It's not really like that in the comics, to my knowledge. But with this movie, it's really not pushing it, but really saying it's almost like Phil Lord and Chris Miller are telling us through the screen, she is trans, you have a role model now. It's so important. I'd love to just sit down with both of them and just ask them these questions. I wish I could, man. I wish I was at that point. But to my mind, my headcanon is that that's true. I wish I could ask them, but yeah, I feel like that's true, because they wouldn't focus on that color scheme so much, have that poster in their room, focus on it. They wouldn't focus on all that if that wasn't true, you know what I mean? Or at least if you're gonna build on it, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my headcanon with that specifically, but I hope it's true, because it's pretty much true, and like, there's a role model, or another role model for trans kids now. Before then, the only popular one was Dreamer from DC, which she's an incredible trans role model superhero, but Marvel didn't really have one, a popular one at least. Enter Gwen in this movie, and that's incredible. And yeah, just being different and embracing it anyway. And that allegory for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man for being queer. Being a queer person is so incredibly important that it goes beyond words of how important that message is. Of even if you're different, you should embrace it anyway. And with great power, aka being different, we have a great responsibility to inspire other kids, other people, to embrace their differences as well. And that's why these movies are so important. And that's why Miles is my first one. And that's why nothing beats the first one. And that's why this trilogy will go down as one of the best trilogies in all of cinema history. And that's why Spider-Man is the best hero ever created, the best character ever created. That's why Across the Spider-Verse is a great, perfect movie. You should go see it right now if you haven't. The more I've seen, not much. I had my Guardians review last time, or not last time, like last time, episode like 14, I think. I already said that, and then the only other things I've watched, I already talked about Demon Slayer, so. And then I'll watch, after Demon Slayer, I'm gonna watch JoJo. And then we'll see from there. I may watch some no filler thing of One Piece before the live action one comes out. I don't know about that. Pretty long ass one. Over 1,000 episodes, like Jesus. But anyway. Yeah, man, so. The only other thing was like, I don't think I ever talked about Creed 3. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, go talk, or then, not in the podcast at least, but like I did make a video essay shortly after I saw it. Like a short while after I saw the movie in theaters, my dad and sister, but basically the main message of my video essay was that the main point was just that Rocky movies and the Creed movies, just the Rocky franchise in general, first of all, is how you make a great franchise, and also Creed 3 specifically shows how, yeah, sometimes anger is the way, and sometimes you just have to let it out and come out the other side crying and accepting what happened. And hugging the brother that you're about to lose from your life. Accepting that you're losing him, and both of you peacefully moving on. And leaving the room sad but happy and at peace. The most important part that was shown in this movie, and like most important messages of life. And just like how important it is for men to show their emotions more. Like ever since Rocky movie came out in the 70s, man. Like, these movies have been showing that. These movies have always been so fucking progressive, and I'm so proud of them for it. So proud of, like, that's it. Stallone is one of my idols. They're some of my favorite movies ever made. That's why I will show them to my kid, and they will show them to their kids. And yeah, until my whole bloodline is wiped out. I don't care. That's how important these movies are, man. That's how important it is to show your emotions. That's how important it is to be vulnerable, to specifically for males to not have toxic masculinity and shut down your emotions immediately when you feel them, to bear them and scream the woman you love, and like scream the name of the woman you love, and accept help when it's been given, and accept that, yo, Adrian, you helped me get where I am, and therefore I'm gonna scream your name as loud as I fucking can, like, because he didn't scream, oh, yo, look at what I did, I got the belt. He screamed Adrian. He screamed the name of the woman he loves, because he knows that without her, he wouldn't be in that ring. Because he accepted that help as a healthy, emotionally healthy, and available man. Accept that help. And scream the realization at the end. Same with Creed 3, man. I mean, it's portrayed as anger with the fight between Damon and Creed, but for Adonis, but you couldn't hear the pain in Michael B. Jordan's character. Like you can hear the pain in that scream, and Dame's scream as well, like, represents, they don't want this fight to happen. They don't want to fight each other. They don't want to lose each other. They're accepting that they are. With those screams that they just did and belted out, both Dame and Creed accepted with anger and guilt and sadness and fear and all of those emotions all at once in one scream. They accepted all of that with the concept of losing both of them, of losing each other. And yeah, that's the message of like all of the movies, and it's so important. Yeah, that was pretty much all I said. That was pretty much my main message in the video essay too. But yeah, man, I don't think there's any other movies, big movies that I saw. think next podcast episode I should be able to talk about Indiana Jones, because I'm very excited for that. Maybe even Liam will join me for that conversation. Who knows? Yeah, and I think that's it. Yeah. One of the last things, trailer roundup. So, let me just show you the trailer for this first. And I'll turn down a bit actually while I play it. So basically, I'm so excited for this movie. I saw, I know about this because I saw Ben Platt. Yes, I love Ben Platt. Dear Evan Hansen is one of the most inspirational things I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, first of all, this movie seems fucking hilarious. But my knowledge, I don't think there's ever been a theater kid movie that's represented us who portrayed us as nothing but a joke, nothing outside of a joke. Yes, obviously musicals and musical movie adaptations, but actual human lives and human theater kids, real people. We've never been represented by anything but a joke, aside of a joke, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I would love to be wrong about that, but this is the first movie that presents us as something outside of a joke. That makes this movie much more special than it already would be otherwise. Because first time I saw this trailer, I saw how fucking funny it was, but I'm also seeing the love and how even though it's very intense, very loving community, and how being in that community is so important now, and how community in general is so important, and finding people who are like you and who are theater kids and who are queer. And like, it's not just simple as, well, that's cool, a theater kid movie. It's much more than that. It's much more important than that. It's a movie where it's representing queer kids in a time where we're being shut down. In a time where our voices aren't being heard by the governments, aren't being heard by the people in their ivory towers at top. Like, in America, they're trying to kill us. In Canada, I'm sure, I pray that it won't. But in Canada, it'll get there's a chance that we'll get to that point too. Oh, well, I hope not. But anyway, you see, to have something like this to show how loving of a community we are, and to show how the only thing we want in this community is love and respect, and to just be seen as who we are, and that's all we want. No hidden agenda. We just want to be who we are, and we want to love who we love, and just want to be loved. All the things we want in this community, and to have a movie, a piece of art that shows that truly shows that, is one of, and I say this with no joking matter, one of the most important things to ever be made. Ever. This is incredibly important to me and many people. Many queer people, many people. Allies, queer people like me. I think it's very important. And there's one thing of seeing yourself on screen. There's another thing where you realize that the representation of you that is on the screen is a positive representation, and people who were against you in the past will see that there's no negativity, and that we aren't bad. We don't have a hidden agenda, and we aren't spawns of the devil, and we aren't anything like that. We are just people. For this movie to show that is amazing. And if I ever meet Ben Platt, I will hug him very deeply and then whisper in his ear, "Thank you for making this, and thank you for making Dear Evan Hansen." Those, I don't care what he's done, those are the two most important messages referring to queer kids I've ever seen. And it's all, not all, there's more people involved in these projects, but like a lot of it is thanks to Ben Platt. He's an amazing person, and he has an amazing heart. Yeah, so I would kind of break down shot for shot the FNAF trailer. But I've already seen so many videos, and I already had my original thoughts before I saw any other video talking about it. My original thoughts before any video talking about it were basically just that. Excuse me. Just that Vanessa is definitely that cop. Let me just show you her. Okay. What have I done? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh. Okay. Have I FNAF trailer? Never mind. Anyway, I was just saying that. What was I saying? Yeah, so Vanessa is definitely that cop that talks to Mike, Josh Hutcherson's character is definitely Michael Afton. I mean, come on. I just don't think he knows his father. Like, his father was cut out of his life, so they're like kind of altering the lore with this. And then with Abby, I guess that's also an alteration of the lore, because to my knowledge, in the original story, I don't think Michael Afton ever had a sister, and William Afton never had daughters. So cool. I mean, that's a great alteration, though. It's like that's the heart of it. So good change. William Afton already figured before anyone said anything, like before I watched any videos or something, like Steve Raglan, come on. That's just a pseudonym for William Afton, and he's still William Afton, he's just hiding it. Motherfucking Springtrap, like he becomes Springtrap, I don't know when, but I would think, based off of how he is still William Afton in the start of the movie. I don't know, because like, I don't know. Maybe because the original lore is obviously he gets the spring lock failure happens in like late 80s, and then he's trapped in there for like a decent amount of time, and then, you know, let me just search it up actually quickly, just so I know what I'm talking about. How long was William Afton in the suit? What year did Afton wake up? What year did Afton get spring locked? Yeah, fine. He got out of the suit eventually? What? When did he get out of the suit? I thought he died in the suit. What? Yeah. Okay. So like, I'm just gonna take a random guess here and be like, and say like 2010s sometime, like early 2010s. We woke up from the Springlock suit. But anyway, my point of that was like, I think you're altering the lore again by saying he, like, because in one movie, if he's William Afton and Springtrap in one movie, and like, it's not like it was a clean spring Bonnie suit that he was in. It like was like a rotting, not yellow anymore, like yellow turned to green Springtrap rotting humanized suit. It was Springtrap. Like, it wasn't William Afton inside the suit, it was Springtrap. So like it maybe there's a time travel element there. I'm kind of against that, but like if it's executed well, then it can be done well. Um, like logic tells me that maybe the suit just looks old, and he's like William Afton inside the suit. I don't know. Or maybe oh man, I don't know how that would work in terms of him becoming Springtrap, him being William Afton and Springtrap in one singular movie. I don't know how that would work. I really don't. But I'm sure it'll be explained. But for right now, I got nothing on that. But yeah. Either way, I'm very excited for him because I fucking love Springtrap. He's one of the best villains in video games. Like, so awesome. So intimidating, scary, and creepy. Gross. The whole thing at the end, it was shown in the teaser as well of like, I think it was Mangle, either Mangle with the puppet that was trying to turn trying to turn Michael into an animatronic. I don't know if he's going to get turned into animatronic like he does in the lore, the original lore, in the first movie. Like I don't know. That doesn't really add up to me because, like, I think it also takes him a while to wake up. If I'm not mistaken. Michael Afton. It doesn't take him 30 years, that's for sure. But like, it takes him a while, I think. But yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. I think they're definitely gonna turn him into one. I just don't know when or how. But yeah. Like maybe he escapes that first attempt at them trying to turn him into an animatronic at the end of the movie, and then like in some sort of last scene or post-credit scene or something, kind of shows that it's kind of gonna haunt him until the second movie, or more accurately into FNAF 2. Like the next few, I'm just gonna put the next few movies, the next few games, to be exact, because yeah, he doesn't get turned into one until not FNAF 4, because FNAF 4 was the prime child, but FNAF 5, Spring Location. sister location. Yeah, he doesn't get turned to an animatronic until sister location, so I don't know. But like in terms of time wise, I would think they would kind of not rush it. I think they're gonna convolute some things, kind of like speed things along in terms of like years, because like it doesn't make sense that William Afton, I'm sorry I'm still on this, would be in there for 30 years in terms of the movies. It wouldn't make sense for Michael Afton to be stuck in his animatronic form for like a while there and then wake up as well. Like, I don't know. I feel like they kind of have to speed things along in terms of like stuff with multiple years involved. In terms of everything else, I think it's pretty set. Like, yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, they set up the game mechanics with the watching the monitors and stuff like that. You could hear like the Shaggy of Matthew Lillard's voice, like all you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor. You could hear like Shaggy's like the kind of like insanity of Afton in there. I'm so excited for his portrayal of him. He's gonna fucking rock that. Yeah. And then with that's it, man. I mean, I'm so fucking excited for Springtrap. Not be more excited. I mean, I could not be more fucking hyped for a movie adaptation of a video game. I'm so excited. It looks like they're going R, like full R rating, because like you saw people get crushed in that movie in the trailer. Like you saw I mean, I wouldn't again I don't think Michael's gonna get turned into an animatronic in this. But like you'll see him almost get turned into one with the fucking saws and everything going and almost going into his face. I'm sure there's more people that we'll see die in the movie. But death by animatronic. Like obviously if he's Springtrap in the same movie, we're gonna see the Springlock failure, so that's already an R rating right off the bat with that scene, because that's like you cannot make that scene PG-13, bro. Like springs going into your flesh and muscle and like that's literally an R rating. Like so it's gonna be so metal. Vanessa's, I don't know how to feel about it, because like I love her character. That was like one of the only, if not the only, good thing in Security Breach. I know one of the like good things in Security Breach was her character. But like Security Breach isn't for a very long time. And also, like, in the lore timeline. And also, it's a little bit weird in terms of how they're going to execute her character in, I guess, in this sense, FNAF 1. But, like, because a very central connection to her character in Security Breach was resurrecting Afton as Vanny and stuff, so I don't think they're gonna have her working with Afton in this, but I could be wrong. They just, obviously he wouldn't be Glitch Trap, because that stuff was, that was literally fucking stupid. Like the whole glitch trap thing. So who knows though? She could just be working with Afton secretly, just as Spring Trap rather than Glitch Trap. That's a small change. Not too confused about that if they do that. I think that's it with that trailer. And then Mutant Mayhem. Oh my god, I'm so excited for TMNT, bro. I've seen this trailer, I've rewatched this trailer so many times, and I tear up every time with the whole Michelangelo, you have heart, Donatello, you have wisdom, Raphael, bravery, and Leonardo, honor. And Jackie Chan as Splinter is such a damn good choice. Like, it's not even funny. It's such a good fucking choice. Because he has that, like, fatherly humor, but then he also has that heart, and that, like, soul, and that, like, really gripping, like, holy shit heart of him, and yeah, man, art style is obviously, without question, so fucking cool. The fact that Seth Rogen and, like, people that genuinely love TMNT are making this is so good and, like, so promising. I mean, the choice to have them all be actual ages of teenagers is very good. A way to be comic accurate with April and have her be like all black with an afro and stuff in New York. Such a good choice. And to have her be like a young and budding reporter rather than like a douchey, like Megan Fox type, who works at like some firm, like, just like I like April more when she's this young, passionate, like really passionate for journalism, like doesn't care to rise up the ranks of some stupid firm, with some boss not believing in Ninja Turtles being real. Like, no, it's her and her blog and her websites and her voice being heard. Like, she's a very cool character. I'm glad she's being represented accurately in this. Yeah, man, you can already tell how connected these brothers are, and I'm sure they're gonna argue at some point during the movie. And at any time when the turtles argue, it's so heartbreaking, because you always want to see them just have fun and just like hang out and fight bad guys, but like then you see them get real and you see them argue and you see them butt heads, and it's sad. It really hurts. But yeah, I'm not ready to see Splinter die again. I don't want that to happen. But if they do, I hope they do it well. Execute his death well. Yeah, man. To end it off, I'm going to read a story to you from my short story book to clarify. Not the book I wrote, the book of short story prompts. It's like 1 or 2 sentence prompts. 200 of them, so like 200 one-page stories that I can write. Basically just like a writing challenge book my sister got me last Christmas, I think. So yeah, I'll read you the Spider-Man one since it relates to Spider-Verse. Relates to what I was talking about in today's episode, so I'm just gonna get the book right there. Just 1 second. And I'll try to do the Josh Keaton voice here. You know what? I'll play the themes while I talk about this. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. It's called Spidey Talks to God about the Spider-Verse. Where I come from, people don't... Fuck, hold on. Where I come from. Yeah, okay. Where I come from, people just don't do that kind of thing. I mean, really, who does she think she is? In what universe is it okay to decide who lives and who dies? Especially when it comes to the people we care about most. Spider-Man cares about most. God, what if I don't want to suffer anymore? I wouldn't mind a sign from you, you know? The only people I could ever rant to about this stuff have used the traumatic reasons we are who we are as the very excuses they call canon events. Talking up the bullshit we've gone through, the pain we've endured, the people I've lost. And Jessica Drew, who didn't even get bitten by a random bug bite like me, thinks she can just wrangle up a bunch of versions of me, my student Miles, a lot of other random Spideys, a lot of trauma as a collective part of some Spider-Verse. I don't care how many or who I've lost. Not standing by and letting someone suffer or die is why I became Spider-Man in the first place. So no, I'm not joining them. Because I'm not going to control someone's trauma. I don't deserve that. That manipulation. They don't get that. And they don't get the first thing about how to be Spider-Man. That to use our masks as badges. Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty proud of it, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the longest episode of this podcast so far. A lot to talk about and catch up on, so I think I'll plan episodes more because I think this went well, so other than the small interruptions we had. Yeah. All that being said, guys, good night. This has been Michael Creates, and this won't last long. Episode 17. Remember, great power also comes great responsibility. Also, set your heart ablaze.